Welcome to Central News. I'm Hilary Entwistle. In today's news, Opotiki dairy farmers found guilty of deliberately polluting the Waiaweka River with dairy effluent have been fined $74,000. Riverlock Farms Limited and directors Ian Brown and Jeffrey Brown were found guilty following a two-day defended hearing in the Whakatane District Court. The Browns were also convicted and discharged on a charge of breaching an enforcement order imposed as part of a July 2011 sentencing for an earlier offence. Bay of Plenty Regional Council Operations Monitoring and Regulation Committee Chairman Malcolm Whitaker says the level of the fine reflected the deliberateness of the discharges. Wednesday will see hundreds of people dressed as Santas running around our regions in the evening. The annual Santa Fun Run helps raise money for the charity Kids Can. Hamilton venue manager Corey Hines says all fitness levels can participate.
Anyone can enter. People walk it, people run it with their dogs, people push prams. It's not an exclusive event. It's aimed at being able to be completed by everybody, and we have had all ages. I think last year we had a guy who was 85. We've had kids right down to 5 years old do it with their parents. It's really good fun, and lots of people walk it, jog it. It's not competitive. We don't worry about timing it. It's just really good fun.
How much is the entry fee and what do you get with this fee?
Okay, so at the moment the adults are $28 and the kids are $10. About 90% of that money goes straight back to Kids Can, the charitable trust. Entrants get their Santa suit. So when they enter, they get the whole thing. So there's a hat, there's a suit, there's a belt, there's pants, and they get that on the day. They dress up and do the event, and afterwards we've got heaps of spot prizes. The spot prizes are all donated by really generous businesses around New Zealand. And yeah, it's really worthwhile coming because some of the spot prizes are worth quite a lot of money. Really good things to have.
Infants are at increased risk of falling prey to the national whooping cough epidemic as families gather to celebrate Christmas. During this high-risk period, Waikato DHB is urging pregnant women in the Waikato region to make the most of its free whooping cough immunisation. The DHB is offering this vaccination through regional GP practices to women from 20 weeks of pregnancy up to a fortnight after the birth of their babies. The vaccine reduces the risk of the pregnant mother contracting whooping cough and can help protect the baby for at least the first 6 weeks of life through antibodies passed through the placenta and through breast milk. Amelia Rose took out the women's age group at the annual Craig's Tinman Triathlon yesterday, where more than 800 competitors lined up in the waters of Pilot Bay ready for the event. Athletes of all ages competing as individuals and in teams made their way through the course after swimming 1,500 metres, biking 40 kilometres and running 10 k's to the finish line. The shorter sprint distance included a 750 metre swim, 20-kilometre bike ride and a 5.5 kilometre run to the end. The sprint distance team event doubled as the Craig's Corporate Challenge, drawing more than 40 team entries this year. Now for our region's weather. Hamilton, tomorrow the cloud will increase and it will be raining by evening. Humid northeasterlies and an expected high of 23 and an overnight low of 14. Tauranga, cloud increasing and rain by evening. You'll have a humid northeasterly and your expected high is 23 and an overnight low of 17. Just ahead, some students have created a new app that is being used in the US. Welcome to Central News on TV Central. A group of senior students studying computer sciences at the Waikato University, in collaboration with MEA Mobile, have just created a new app which is currently being used in one of the United States' biggest pharmacy chains, Walgreens. Amy caught up with one of the students and an MEA Mobile representative to find out about the project.
For university, we had, or for Comp 314, we had a project assigned to us. We actually didn't get given a project right at the start. We just got told that we were working with MEA Mobile. We just came up here into the boardroom, myself, Mark, Yoni and Simon, and we just turned up, had no idea what was going on, and yeah, MEA told us, you're working on this project and we're going to get you printing photos at Walgreens to your Android phone.
Tell us about the app. How does it work and how did you come up with the idea?
Actually, it's MEA Mobile's idea. They came up with everything and just gave us the project. Yeah, the way it works is you get out your phone, you look look through your pictures using our app. You can select from Facebook, you can select from Instagram, you can select from your local photos. And from there, you're able to, choose the photos you want to print them to Walgreens, select your size, everything like that. And then you go pick them up from your local pharmacy a couple hours later.
Now, Soteria, what part did MEA Mobile play in this design of the app?
So MEA Mobile developed the idea of the app after realising that there's quite a lot of interest in being able to send demands from your phone, obviously, because people are always on them for Facebook and Instagram and everything else. And so they came up with the idea for this app, which is the first photo assistant app that's been developed worldwide. And they came up with a project plan, and they developed the project with the students. So they managed the whole process from start to finish of the production of the app.
So what is the process involved with designing an app?
Well, it's quite a huge process, but MEA Mobile actually microfinances a huge portfolio of apps, and so basically they would develop them, plan them, design them, and release them, and then see what the response is to those apps. So if they're not working and they're not bringing in the necessary responses, they will recode, put them onto something else.
And how long would this process generally take?
Well, developing apps can take anything from hours, days, to even years of development. The hardest part with developing apps is actually commercialising it, so putting it out there and seeing who's going to respond, and that's generally the hardest part of developing apps.
Now, Jeremy, tell me, how many people have downloaded this app?
I just checked it this morning. It's somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000.
And how have the people in the United States received the app so far?
It seems pretty good. The reception's been pretty nice. I mean, we've received quite a few good reviews on the Google Store.
Yeah, what sort of things have people been saying?
There's not much, but things like great app, works well, that sort of jazz.
Soteria, apps are becoming increasingly popular every day. Can anyone design an app, and how would people of the general public go about this?
I think that everybody thinks that they can develop apps, and generally, yes, they can. They can find out how to learn how to develop apps online and so on. But maintaining them and being able to test them to ensure they work is actually quite a key with developing apps. And so a lot of businesses come to our company. We've developed almost 75 apps in the last 12 months, which is quite a good record, and we have also just recently opened the App School, a joint venture between Prima Learning Limited and MEA, basically to fill the market, fill the gap in the market with, skilled, appropriate sort of iOS skilled developers not being able to, to actually put them into the job market. We're finding that we can't find enough iOS developers, programmers, to fill the jobs that we've got. So the App School has been developed to help upskill people in existing roles in corporate industry, and also fill that gap in the computer science courses through tertiary education. And so we've, that's actually gone off with a bit of a bang, and we're expecting that a lot of our courses will be filled throughout the year in 2013.
Tell us more about the App School. When did it start? The
first course is actually due to start on the 3rd of December next week. So it is a full hands-on 9-week course where the students will be working with MEA programmers, and they will be guiding them through the construction of an app, design, construction, and also right through to commercialising it onto iTunes, and they'll be able to watch their app and see how successful it is on the market. So nowhere else does this. Nowhere else in New Zealand does this at all. So that's great for us.
Now, Jeremy, the experience you gained from this project must have been incredible. What skills have you gained, and how do you hope that this will contribute to your future in the industry?
Well, before doing this project, I'd really had no experience in mobile development, and really in this, in this world, I suppose, apps are pretty big business. I mean, apparently 2% of the GDP is mobile development, so there's a lot of room to grow.
Up next, we hear about the Council's new waste management. Welcome back. Some councils are beginning to make a shift in the way we deal with organic waste and are looking at international standards for advice. And of course, the effects mean gardening tool manufacturers need to keep up with the changing needs of consumers. Amy caught up with Steve Hawkes to find out about the possible change to our waste collection standards.
The standards, there's many different standards worldwide, and many are aimed at reduction, reuse, recycling, and recovery and treatment and disposal of organic waste. Many councils are using curbside collections, but these are really restricted by the amount of rubbish you can get into a bin. The major push is also out there to reduce the amount of landfill and what goes in there.
And how are councils hoping to improve this system?
Well, organic waste makes up about a quarter of all landfill that goes into the municipal landfills. So they're looking at ways of levies, taxes, that sort of thing and hitting you in the pocket to actually stop people using the landfill for their organic waste where possible. And they're trying to really reduce the production of organic waste.
Why do you think that members of the public are making that shift to become more clean and green? And how does your company endeavour to keep up with these changes?
Well, the members of the public are becoming more aware through their pocket. They're starting to pay more for the disposal of organic waste. So we're finding that with the increased awareness that it's a problem in the environment, that people are actually starting to look for solutions to those problems. And at Massport, we're endeavouring to keep on top of it. We're producing machines that do a little bit more than just simply cutting grass.
So what is the recent growth for lawnmowers that can do a bit more for the environment?
Recently, over the last couple of years, it's been about 25% annually. So there's been a real big increase in understanding from the public of what mulching and that is the effects and the benefits of mulching for their lawns. So we've found with making a lot of our machines a combination of mulching and catching that we're getting a lot more people looking at our machines and therefore increasing the sales.
So these lawnmowers that can do a little bit more, tell me about them. How do they work?
Basically, it's a change of mindset for the lawnmower user. Instead of scalping their lawns and cutting them off at the grass off at ground level, it's about lifting the cutting blades a little bit higher and giving your lawn a bit of a flat top haircut, really. And what you do is you take those little particles of grass from the top of the blade of grass of the grass plant, and you chop them finely, push them back down into the lawn, and but basically they disappear. They feed nitrogen into the lawn and keep it nice and green. And it also, I suppose it's a little bit similar to a tree dropping its leaves during the autumn. Those leaves rot away and feed the tree. It's the same with your lawn. The top part of the grass, the leaf, will be rotting away down and feeding the lawn. And
what is that bit more that they can offer?
Okay, the bit more with Massport, we've endeavoured to make the machines do a lot more. Actually, we've designed them so they cut and catch grass really effectively, and we've been doing that for a number of years, well, over 100 years. But we've designed of late the machines that will mulch the grass. They'll also they have a smart chute on them which will side deliver the grass and push the grass out to the side if you don't want to catch it or mulch it. But we have a very ingenious device called a chipper chute. Now the chipper chute is unique to Massport, and it'll take branches up to about 35 millimetres in diameter and chip them into a fine mulch that you can then spread back on your gardens. And this it keeps the weeds down on your gardens, and also it maintains the moisture in the ground. So they're very multifunctional machines, and we're finding more and more green-minded people are actually going for this option.
So what benefits would this bring to the more serious gardener?
I suppose that one of the big benefits is the ability to be able to feed the lawn and the garden naturally with natural organic waste, which is finely mulched. The likes of the rose canes, You can chip these into fine particles so they'll break down in your compost heap. And the other benefit is you don't have to go out and buy your mulch. You can actually make your own. So that's a big benefit out there.
And how does this benefit our environment?
Well, I suppose it lowers the needs for landfills. And landfills are very expensive to operate and maintain. And they also they can leach toxins into the environment, and they also produce greenhouse gases. So all these nasties can be alleviated by using a machine that'll do it at home.
How do you think that our recycling of garden waste could further develop in the future?
Every gardener could be self-sufficient and have everything at their fingertips at home. I suppose long term there'll be the opportunity for gardeners with excess compost that they've made themselves to maybe exchange with the person down the road with excess produce that they've produced from their garden. And there's also, I suppose, anything that develops over the years, Massport will be at the forefront, because we keep in touch with our customers, and if there's anything they require, we'll be there to make it for them.
Just ahead, Free FM's birthday. If you have just joined us, welcome to Central News. A special birthday is coming up for the Waikato's Free FM radio station, and a big party will be held for all to celebrate. Amy spoke with Lara Signal to find out more.
Well, Free FM is the Waikato's only community access radio station, so that makes us really unique in one respect. Also the wide range of groups that make use of the station. We have an open door policy. People can come and make their own radio shows here, and so we have a whole range of groups that use the station, and individuals who really love and are passionate about a whole range of things, whether that's music or community interests, politics. We have a range of different faith-based shows as well. So yeah, it's a really diverse place, and we get to meet a whole lot of great people every day.
And how long has this station been going for?
The station's actually about to celebrate our 21st birthday. On the 8th of December, we'll be marking that with an event in Garden Place. So yeah, 21 years of access radio in the Waikato. We've actually only just launched our new name, Free FM, in August. We started broadcasting on 89 FM, so that's a full power frequency and gets us right across the Waikato, over to down to Tokoroa, also up to the Bombays and Te Araha and Raglan. So we've got some really good coverage now on that. People may have previously known us as Community Radio Hamilton, but yes, we're free now, so yeah.
So the big 21st birthday is coming up very fast. Tell me how you're going to celebrate this.
Yeah, so our 21st event is the biggest event that we've ever held here at Free FM, and we have always had well, for the past few years had an open day at the station, but this year we really wanted to take it into town, and we're setting up in Garden Place on the 8th of December. We'll be there from 11 AM till 2 for the real free party, and there'll be live entertainment, music, performances, a whole range of activities, and really oriented for families to come down and enjoy the event, which will all be free. The big highlight that we'll have is our vertical bungee jump, so we're expecting a lot of people will want to get into that, and they'll be feeling pretty free after they get jumping on that. It should be heaps of fun.
And who can come along to this event?
Well, it's open to everybody, and we are billing the event as a real true celebration of access radio in the Waikato, and all that means in terms of the diversity of the people here in Hamilton and the Waikato that we'll be celebrating and involving as part of the performances. Groups like the Hamilton Cook Islands Association will also have a necro dancer. They're zombie brides, so they're certainly a unique part of our community, along with some of the more popular music. We've got Coral and the Current, which is a up-and-coming indie music band, and also really popular group, the Nukes, and they're actually coming in from Auckland for our event, but they're a regular on the local scene too.
Now, you also have an extra promotion coming up. Tell us a bit more about that.
Oh yes, our 21 prizes in 21 days promotion. We're running it on Facebook, so that's facebook.com/freefm89. And we're giving away 21 prizes in 21 days. There's a whole lot of great stuff up for grabs. We've got vouchers, we've had movie passes, but only for our Facebook friends. So people can tune into the station for our free breakfast show. That's from 7 till 10 a.m. Find out what's going on the day and jump online with us on Facebook and into the competition. It's as easy as that. So accommodation, some great meal vouchers as well. So yeah, definitely plenty up for grabs.
What else is special about this event?
We've got some excellent guests, as I mentioned before. Also, Mayor Julie Hardacre will be helping us open the event. She'll be presenting us with a key to the door, being our 21st event, so that's exciting. We're looking forward to welcoming her on stage with us. And also on stage, we hope to have some special guests from the crowd. We're giving one lucky person and a couple of their friends the chance to win a spot on the couch on stage for an act of their choice. So again, people can tune in for details about how to win that chance too.
And who's sponsoring this event?
We've got some excellent partners sponsoring the event this year with us. SBS Bank in Hamilton supporting us on the day. They're contributing SBS Bank barbecue, so people will be able to come along for a sausage sizzle, and they've also got some their Kiwi Dream package that they're promoting on the day, which is a great banking and savings opportunity. And also Hamilton City Council's Summer and Garden Place program are supporting the event, and they've been fantastic, being that we're down in Garden Place for the Real Free Party on December 8.
To find out more, visit freefm.org.nz. That is the news for today. We really want you to be involved, so like us on Facebook and let us know your views. If you have news including your own video and photos, go to our website and hit upload. Thanks for joining us. I will be back tomorrow night with more guests from in and around the regions. I'm Hilary Entwistle. Have a lovely evening.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.